Perfect. And welcome. Here we are again with another beautiful lady in business. I'm honored and pleased to have Shannon Levee with me today. She is a stress and wellness consultant, certified or registered reflexologist, and she also has her third degree Reiki. And we are going to go on quite the journey today. Shannon, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Sheri. I'm excited to be here.
Now, our goal really is to have you get to know these women from the inside out. I know that they're really strong, kind-hearted business women, but it's the backstory that we really want to get to know. I want you to know that Shannon hears you, sees you, and fully understands you. So, Shannon, we're going to take the ladies on a bit of a journey as we go through some of the challenges and, of course, the insurmountable wins that you've had in your life. So at the age of 24, you were diagnosed with Crohn's.
That's right.
What did that feel like and what did that look like?
Well, at the time I had just finished college. So I was young and having a lot of fun, too much fun sometimes. But I had been dealing with stomach pain and issues since I had been, I don't know, like 10 years old, as long as I can remember. My mom actually said when I was 3, she was running me to the hospital often with stomach pains. And after seeing my naturopaths over the years, I've learned that being on antibiotics, so I had ear infections and bronchial pneumonias. So I was in and out of the hospital a lot as a kid. So I think that was a factor. At first, I was like, what? I didn't even know what Crohn's was. I just knew that I was having this horrendous stomach pain. I can remember lying in the tub, and I was pretty ambitious, working a few jobs and just finished college. And I don't want to live my life anymore. I don't want to live like this. Every morsel that I put in my mouth, I was in this horrendous pain, and then just bowel issues after that. And that's sort of where it started. And it's been quite the journey since.
Quite the journey. And I think you just said a profound statement. Like every morsel I put in my mouth created pain, and I just didn't want to live anymore. So ladies, if you are sitting in that world right now, I want you to know that it's okay to be an advocate for yourself. It's okay to stand up and scream really loud in your doctor's office. And if that's not working, it's okay to get a second opinion with a naturopath. That oftentimes when you're feeling overwhelmed, that something just isn't right in your body, regardless of what your blood tests are telling you and regardless of what your medical doctors may be telling you, there might be something else going on. So it is okay to stand up for yourself and to keep asking those deep questions to get to the root of it. So don't give up. Now, I know that Shannon has also had a few other bumps and hurdles along the way. Like Crohn's wasn't enough of an issue to navigate over life, that anxiety has plagued you as well. And I know 2020 has hit so many people hard on many different levels. And those who didn't even know that they had anxiety, that has bubbled up to the surface, and it's a new learn for them. Can you share how you've overcome or still deal with anxiety as it bubbles up?
Yeah, and I just want to touch back to something you just said. So about being an advocate, I was so unwell, I couldn't fight for myself. My mom fought for me. She took me to the hospital on several occasions and threatened the doctors that she was going to write to the editor, basically. So that's when the ball got going with that, and I was finally diagnosed. And by being diagnosed and knowing that it was something I could do, I could start a medication. And the medications didn't work for me. And then I ended up finding a natural healing outsource. And that's how my healing journey really started. And in that healing journey, I first started with the food part of it. And there was about 65%. So I cut all grains and sugars and worked with a naturopath and more. And then my one naturopath, I was just so diligent about my health. She's like, Shannon, I've never met anyone that knows their body like you, but I'm still not better. I recommend that you see this bioenergy therapist, Reiki master, who's coming from Ireland, Sarah Knight, who I still work with. And that's when I started to learn about my trauma and anxiety and emotional unmanageability and broken wing syndrome, including in that period after a broken marriage and having kids and trying to hold everything together as a single mom. I started drinking more and more all the time. Like, I grew up, I'm Catholic Irish, party central, and it was fun at first in that progress. So my anxiety peaked, my drinking accelerated, I went off my healthy diet, and I got really, really, really sick. But it was also the best thing that ever could have happened to me in my life, because working with Sarah and addiction and mental health services and going to support groups, I found myself true, authentically me and what I like to do in my life, not what my brothers like to do and not what my partners like to do. And I'm still on that journey. And yeah, it's been remarkable. And now I'm just giving it back. So I have the experience, and then over the last few years, I've just taken oodles of courses, and I've had oodles of, I have a team of therapists, mind, body, and soul. And I'm realizing we can't do this alone. One therapist can't do it. It's many modalities. Try one, it works for a while. Try the next one, it'll work for a while. There's always more to do and more growth, and it's all okay as long as you have people walking with you.
Absolutely, I agree with that. And you did mention the Catholic Irish. I come from Nova Scotia, so I can fully relate. Food and alcohol really is the staple of all gatherings. And it was
Yeah.
funny, I had somebody reach out and say, oh, I feel really bad. Well, Nova Scotia must be doing okay because they're used to being at home, small communities, and they're used to being at home. I'm like, fair enough, but they're used to being at home with a kitchen full of their community. And
Right.
that's the way we roll. So although they're used to being home, I would wager that life feels and looks very different. Now, you also alluded that the drinking got heavier, that it wasn't just in the social gatherings and, the Friday night card parties. Everything rolls up, and Saturday may be a little bit foggy, but by the time Monday rolls around, you're back to the norm, status quo, so to speak. That you actually went on a little bit of a journey, and the alcohol kept taking you down a little bit further and a little bit further. And for the ladies who are listening in right now, it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon to use something to just numb you in the moment. And we know that we're coming off of a challenging time, and that we have some more challenges ahead of us this year. That if that's the place that you're in right now, just like Shannon said, it takes a team. If you're really struggling alone right now, you don't need to struggle alone. That there's people who have been in your shoes, who have reached out for help. And it wasn't just an instantaneous reach out for help, it's an ongoing team of help. So if you're in that state right now and you're thinking that something might be a little bit off and you might be looking for a little bit of help, I can tell you that Shannon would be a really great team member to have with you. That Shannon, the transformation that you have made allows you to love yourself for who you are and what you bring to the table today, which really is awe-inspiring. And we need more women to come to the table to stand up and say, it's okay not to know. And it's okay to go on a path to find who you are. And most importantly, it's okay to be on a path that continually changes. Your path does, it changes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and you saying that, like, every time it just gets me, because I did not have that belief in myself. And I lived under a spell of what I grew up with, is in this conditioning with these beautiful people that loved me the best way that they could. But now I live under my own spell, and it is beaming and growing and awareness and clarity most of the time. And when it's not, then I have my team to reach out to that are always, always there. So I know I can support anybody, but I also know how to build a team, and I know how to direct people in the right direction, and what area of their life where they might start it. And some of the program that I have, specifically, there's little tests to help identify that, which is just beautiful.
And I think that's critical, is that a lot of the times when somebody approaches a coach in any area of their life, they believe that that one particular coach is the end all and be all for all of their problems. And what Shannon is saying is that's not the case. And Shannon also can acknowledge and understand the pieces that might be missing of your puzzle. She is a certified stress and wellness consultant. She does have verifiable testing that allows you to see the patterns that you're in and allows her to see some of the holes that might be missing. And I do believe that she can fill some of your holes. But the beautiful thing is that she has connections to connect you to other pieces so that you have a well-rounded plan in place. Now, I know you've done a lot of learning and a lot of studying, and that journey has not stopped, nor will it stop, but that has allowed you to formulate a program to help women. So GutSee Solutions is what it's called. Pain, anxiety, exhaustion. Shannon, tell me about the program and what you do to help these women.
So first, my number one thing and my strength is connection. So we have to connect first, and we have to heart connect. Then there's some testing to go through. There's a specific program, but it's designed for each individual person. So just to give you a quick little rundown, there's 5 different stress types. Let's say there's worry, wart, and speed freak. And the person I'm working with has severe anxiety and they want to lose some weight. So a worry wart, the last thing you want to do with a worry wart is put them on a diet, because every morsel they put in their mouth, they're going to worry, like, because I know I did this. So before I did this program, I did all the testing for 16 years I would eat a tomato and feel a twinge and like, oh my God, was it that tomato I ate? Like, what the heck? So we help design each person with their own program. So for instance, a speed freak, you're not going to want to put them in an hour of kumbaya meditation class, because that's going to be more stressful for them. Mm-hmm. So program for them. The other thing that I've just started doing, I've done this with my kids and a couple clients, is we go over the love language test. And it's a beautiful test. And then I can help the clients ask for what they need from their loved ones. So if their loved ones their love language is quality time, they want to spend quality time with their partner, and their partner is touching them all the time, and that drives them crazy, then they can say, I just want to spend quality time with you, like, don't touch me. Or they're buying them flowers all the time, and that's not meaningful to them. It's a really beautiful test to connect with your kids and other loved ones. So I've just added that to the program. And then we just walk together week by week. There's a 6-week program. I work with many women. I've been working with them for years, and then I do sponsor as well. So I've dealt with young women, older women with mental illness issues. I'm not a counselor by any means, but I just walk with them and help them find their team, basically, is what I do.
And I think oftentimes counselors have a place, medical doctors have a place. All of that has a place within our healing path and our wellness path. But oftentimes what we need is somebody who has been in it and through it to do just that, take our hand and walk with us. That we're not coming from the approach of a counselor. We're not here to give you the solution or to fix all your problems. And I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, the last thing Shannon is here to do is to judge you. There is no judgment when Shannon is at your table. There is no judgment when she takes your hand and says, just walk with me. And in 6 weeks, the transformation that you can make won't be complete, but it will be a really good start. We'd be really remiss and misleading if we said that in 6 weeks you'd be magically healed and that your path would be done, because that's just would be false information. But 6 weeks is a really good place to start. She's not cookie cutter. She's just explained that she takes you for exactly who you are, as you are right now in the moment. So if somebody is struggling right now in the moment, I'm going to give them some contact information in our little bio. I'm sure that they're more than welcome to reach out to you to have a conversation to see first and foremost if you are a good fit.
Right.
And like Shannon said, she's heart centered. So she really believes that there needs to be a connection between the two of you. And I'm sure, ladies, you are feeling the same right now. Now, Shannon, 2020, as we know, has been a big struggle. And I don't want to harp on what has passed. I mean, hindsight is 2020. I think that's going to be the ironic saying for the year.
Mm-hmm.
But how did you manage your 2020?
So it's been quite the beautiful journey in regards to business, because I had a very first live paid workshop scheduled for the first of COVID that got canceled because of COVID, which turned into a Zoom, and I'm not a techie social media, or wasn't, and thought with my first business coach, and like my other team, I have several business coaches as well, that I'm super grateful for. And I had a Zoom workshop about stress and wellness, and it turned into 5. And then I got involved with you and some of the other amazing ladies. And last night I just had, we did Reiki online, or reflexology online with couples. And I'm going to do one work with parents, teaching them how to do reflexology to help their kids with anxiety, because anxiety with kids is exploding right now. So I am kind of referring to COVID, but then there's also these beautiful modalities and stress treatments that are great for everybody in connection in their own home.
That is absolutely amazing. So if you're sitting there right now and if 2020 got the best of you, don't stress it. No sweat, let it go. It got the best of a lot of us. Shannon is here to help you with the day-to-day living, and she's just not here to help you. She's here to help your family. She has done partnering workshops so that you can connect on a more intimate level with your partner. The beautiful thing with Zoom is you can turn your camera off and nobody needs to see it. You're guided lovingly through that workshop. And we know that there'll be more of those to come. And then to be able to position that to our children. Our children are at home learning. Moms and dads are stressed beyond belief. I've seen memes going around on Facebook of Bailey's being the milk for the moms in the cereal. And not to put that lightly, but if that is the place that you're in right now, and if that's your coping mechanism and you want to be better for you, see, when we know better, we do better. Again, no judgment. When we know better, we do better. If you're looking to know better so that you can do better, there is no better person than Shannon to do that. She has been through almost anything that you can throw at her. She's worn those shoes. They've been pretty mucky. And I'm going to say some of the shoes have been through so much that they're worn out and thrown out now. But this is the woman to guide you through 2021 to love yourself again. Find that really deep connection on the inside. And when you do that, you can have a deeper connection with your partner and a deeper connection with your children. Like, what a beautiful win-win. What a great takeaway. Shannon, I know it's really hard for women to come and share the good, the bad, and the ugly, and to dig down deep and to share really intimate details of your life. It's not the norm. And I'm glad that you chose to come to the table today to make it a norm, so that the ladies listening know that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to reach out. And it's okay to have a coach take you by the hand and walk you on a path that is custom designed for you. So find Shannon on Facebook. She does have some private groups. I can tell you that I'm in one of hers right now. I dumped sugar. And I do have a sweet tooth. I was born with it. It's just the way that we roll in our family. And she really does it with love and support. And I can tell you that she's reached out to the community to bring other experts into her circle. Shannon doesn't profess that she knows it all. She doesn't do that at all. But what she does know, she knows really well, and those are her strengths. stress and wellness, reflexology, Reiki are just a few of the tools that she has in her toolbox. Shannon, what's a takeaway that you could give to the women who've listened to you today?
Well, I just want to say the group will be changing to GutSee Solutions. And GutSee Solution is GutSee Solutions. So anybody with gut issues, because that is one of my expertise. And then just gutsy, like courage. And you, this group is for us to support each other. I've already reached out to others in the community, like naturopaths, and just other experts that are more than willing to come and speak and teach and support whoever wants to join the group. There's no charge to it at all. Just come and learn and find more of the team that you're looking for. And just to know that like you're so not alone. And want to reach out to me, will be completely confidential. We'll meet you where you're at and just walk with you and grow with you. And Sheri's part of our group. She's a beautiful support. So, you know, I have you, we have you, and all the other ladies as well. There's so much support out there. It's just reaching out. It's reaching out for help and asking. So ask, and I'm here.
We are stronger together. When we band together and unite, there is nothing that we can't do.
Totally.
Shannon, it's loud and clear. You're not alone. There is a group of support for you. Technology, if we've learned nothing else, is amazing. You don't need to be in our backyard to be in the group. Shannon is available for personal help. And I also know that she has a passion to go into workplaces to make sure that there is support. Education and knowledge is really what it is. So if you're listening to this right now and you have a workplace that could benefit from her wealth of knowledge and her compassion and no judgment attitude, I would highly recommend that you reach out to Shannon. Most work teams are meeting on Zoom. And as we know, technology allows her to come into any neck of the woods that you might be in. Shannon, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing your really most intimate details of your life and giving hope and inspiration to the women who are listening today. I know that my world is better because you are better in it, that you are a true inspiration to our community, and what you are giving back really deserves to be recognized. So thank you for your hard work, your honesty and dedication, lack of judgment, and just your love for the women in our community. And you have no idea the gift that you are.
Thank you so much, Sheri. Thank you.